morning to you and welcome to CEMTV's Dissect. My name is Bariswa Christian Wiga. Today happened to be the 27th day here in the month of August 2026. A lot has been happening in Nigeria. If I start having this conversation, I believe you and I will leave this studio today. But before we bring all of this to your way, I have my colleague and he's a fine gentleman. But today tend to be under the weather, but he's tough. Yeah, good morning to you, Francis.
Good morning, Bariswan. Good morning to Nigerians. Good morning to my brothers across the continent of Africa. It is sent to my Ghanaian brothers and friends, and of course, to you joining us and welcoming us into your space. It's a beautiful day to talk and learn a voice to making our continent, our state, our country, and the world a better and safer place for each and every one of us to live in.
All right, thank you very much, Francis. And today we have a guest at the studio. Yes, a first-time guest. Her name is Dr. Glory Madeline. She's an environmentalist. Good to have you, ma'am.
Yeah,
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, ma'am.
I hope it wasn't difficult, getting down to the studio here.
No, not at all. Your signboard, your signage is very clear. Even let me not say even the blind can see it. I think everybody, even the blind can see it very well.
I love that. Okay, thank you very much. As an environmentalist, now today we're looking at our environment, our waste, our wealth. Can Nigeria turn waste into real-time money? I know there's been Waste to Wealth, other programs that have been coming up, but how serious are we, to tap into real-time money in Nigeria? You go down the street of River State or even in Lagos or Ibadan, Asaba, you see drainages, you see all of waste littered around. And not to forget, there was a certain governor in Cross River State, if I'm correct, 2005-6, Donald Duke, I can call him the clean governor. That man put in a lot of effort to make Cross River State clean. It was so serious that if you throw a sachet water on the ground, they will come pick you to pick that off, especially if you're on the highway, let's say Mbukpa, yes, the highway in Cross River. It was so intentional. And also growing up, there used to be an era where Saturday you need to go out for sanitation, clean your streets. The roads of Port Harcourt were clean. People there near River State as a clean city, garden city. But what we have today, I'm sorry, but it's a trash city. Everywhere you go. Now on the news yesterday, someone was saying it's like the people in Abia State had transferred their waste down to River State. All the look and corner in River State, it's smelling from Ada George, Rumola, Ajib, Orazi, Nembe, Waterside, you name it. It's now a trashy city. So how do we convert all of this? And there's actually money in this. How do we tap into the money side of waste?
Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Dr. Glory Madeline Choju. First and foremost, let's get some definitions very clear. What is waste? We need to know what is waste and the type of waste. Now, to Professor Nkwacha, he said, waste is something the owner does not want to use again. In as much as the owner does not want to use it again, for example, this barrel is finished, the owner does not want to use it again, and he throws it away, that now becomes waste. Now, to some other person, this barrel that is thrown out could become a resource for the person to convert to another thing. Then to Dr. Wokoma, he defined waste as waste's biggest waste. From this book, putting another book on top might become what? Waste to some other person. Now, what are the two types of waste we have? We have the organic waste and the inorganic waste. I just want to define small like this before we really go into what we have for the day. Now, what are the organic wastes? Organic waste are those wastes that can degrade and turn into manure completely. For example, we have vegetables, we have okras and all that. Those are, they call them waste that can decompose. Those are organic waste. Then what are the inorganic waste? For example, we have cement. Of course, we know that cement cannot decompose. We have plastics. We have bottles and the rest of them. Those, just to mention a few, those cannot degrade. Then, having known these two concepts, I now come back to what we have. Our river state before that we call a garden city today. No, let me not toe the line of my presenter or the studio owner so that they don't push me out of here. Oh, please. She said some other person is not calling it a trash state. No, it's not. We can convert this waste into wealth in different form. I take a clue from the chairman Obiakpo, Dr. Gift Wallu. I think recently, 3 weeks ago, they wanted to launch this waste to convert into energy. There's a site already bought. They've already paid their own money. Because the 23 local government areas as chairman are supposed to come together to fund this thing. It's a federal government World Bank project and all that. But because he's intentional and so passionate about this environment and he's seen the future, he has paid the local government's own quarter of that money into the World Bank coffers so that this thing. So I think maybe the governor, because he's not stable, similarly because maybe he's not stable on seat and all that, having other things to handle, they've not been able to communicate very well to launch that program. But well, we can turn whatever waste we have into wealth. I give practical example today what is going on everywhere. You see this our single-use plastics. You see everybody, when I mean everybody, including me seated in this studio, is scavenging for it. The ones we drink in our homes, we just pack them inside bags. We call this, what do they call them? Not aboki per se. We don't call them aboki.
The scrap buyers.
The scrap buyers. There are people who are into it. For example, they have their company, Star Rich. The company's name, one is Star Rich. Before I call others like that. We pack them, they come by, weigh them in kilos, and they pay us. And from there, we get little money to recharge, buy other things we are buying.
Okay.
That's one waste into wealth. I give another one. These metals, cans, and the rest of them. For anybody who knows it, you see them everywhere. Use zinc, whatever thing that the owner feel is waste that is discarded. You see these scavengers, they go, they pick them. They have a company at Kano, one Abia State, and the rest of them that buys these products and change them, convert them into revenue for themselves and for others. So basically the waste we are getting, we can convert it into simple energies. There is enough waste in the land. Have I been able to answer that? We can convert any waste at all. For example, even this book, if the owner says, I don't want to use it again and trash it, some other person will go and pick it. There are bookies, there are waste pickers that goes to pick anything called carton in anywhere, whether in the dump side, whether in the market. In fact, the market women, for those who sell biscuits and the rest of them and sachet things and all that, I think they've entered into partnership with them. They go there maybe 2, 3, 4 months. They go scale it. These women bring out, this men bring out. They pack them, scale it, and pay them. One way or the other, money is entering somebody's pockets for some other thing.
If all of this money is entering into people's pocket, before I let Francis take off, so why then is Port Harcourt now a dirty city? Is it that the government is not doing their part, or the Riwama? Because I see then 4 o'clock you see them drive this truck, go get all of this waste. But now some dump sites, you see waste there for weeks.
Okay.
I give example, somewhere around Ogbuna Valley, the old GRA area, if you're coming out, they're supposed to pick in the morning, you see waste there for like 2-3 days, you can't even pass. And that's a road where people drive, people also walk past. So what is happening to River State? Is it the contractors? Is it the governor? Or also the citizens?
Okay, let me answer you this way.
Please do.
We call 3 names here. Contractors. Abi?
Yeah.
The governor. Who else did we call?
The people.
The people. We just have 3 persons here. Perhaps they are the ones responsible. Let me answer it like this. I want to bring a scenario of the home. In the home front, we have the father, the mother. If there are children, there are 3 persons. Everybody has their duty to take care of. responsibility of the father, responsibility of the mother, responsibility of the children. I think today we have the father providing the money, the mother cooking for the children, and the children also doing their own duties. Now, the waste in this state, everywhere now is now littered with this thing. Is it the governor that is producing it? No. It is you and I. Every day we produce waste. Now, what are the duties of the children in the house? Is it the father that will go and take that waste and throw away? Is it the mother that will take that waste and go and throw? That's why I just put in the scenario of a home. I tell my children, or you tell your children, or you tell the maid or brothers or sisters in the house before going out for work, please, sweetie, as we call them, sweetie, please, trash this waste, take it to the dustbin and all that. Okay, Okon, please take this thing, go and trash it, and you come back and still find that waste there. Who would you hold? Who will you beat? It's still the Okon and the sweetie. Typical thing that is happening in the States. Everybody, I think, Riwama, we'll put it this way, Riwama is just doing what we call intervention. What they've done is that they have agents who take care of different zones. For example, Iwofe, Oyibo that has Obiakpo, I think the demarcation there is Irebe, Okro Market, they have that boundary there. They only take care of Obiakpo and Faga. The rest other place is the local government chairman that are there that is supposed to take care. And if they've given different places, designated places to different agents or different contractors to take care, why won't these people do their work? That's why I look at it and they bring the home scenario into it, where I say the father, the mother, and the children. And we have told Okon as we are going out to work that please, Okon, trash this waste. And we come back still finding that waste in the house. Who will we beat? Is Okon. For what we see in River State clearly is that there are agents, there are contractors that are manned to take care of different zones. Perhaps, maybe their trucks are bad, or perhaps one thing or the other have happened to them, or whether they are not paid promptly or whatever, that is making them not to take care of this work they have been assigned to do. And always we will not come back calling, daddy did not provide money, mommy did not provide the trash can, this one did not happen. I think what Riwama they do often is intervention. Recently, I'm of Wamasin. I'm a member of Nigeria Environmental Society.
Okay.
And also Waste Management Association of Nigeria. We call ourselves Wamasin. And also of Nigeria Water Hydrology Society and all that. All this encompasses together for clean air, clean water, clean environment. That's what we're advocating and campaigning for. And now, if Riwama has given work or job designation to different agents and they are not kind and they are taking intervention, who do we hold? It's the agents. Okay. And in the 23 local governments, if I'm only handling 2 as a father, that's why I brought the home scenario as an example, the mother and the children. If the father is only taking care of 2 and the mother is supposed to take care of 4, the children is supposed to take care of, and nobody is doing their, everybody will blame who? When we come to the house, who will we call? The father. The father. Daddy, you did not do like this. Daddy, you did not do like that. So everybody is calling Riwama, the governor. But I think it's the people, the agents that they've given this work, assigned this work to, that are not really doing their job. And if they take this job from them and give it to another, who will frown? It will become that, oh, Riwama, they are wicked. The governor is wicked and all that.
But this plays down to favoritism. If you are someone I know and I give you this job and I believe you can deliver and you don't deliver, I'll take it off from you and give to someone else because the state needs to be clean. You're well paid. What is the reason?
Well, my dear sister, you and I are in the studio here talking. Are you sure you'll be able to strong-handedly, let me put it strong-handedly, beat your child if your child even do wrongs more than 25 times?
Definitely.
Do you understand?
Why won't you correct the child? Why won't you spend the rod and save the child?
So I think they are hearing us out there. So the best thing is that the contractor who is not doing his work should be taken off the road. Is that not so? And be given to some other person who needs to do his or what her job, so that the state can be what can be clean. I think that's our final.
Francis, your take on it.
So I'm looking at a different perspective. A city like Port Harcourt is supposed to be clean. It's supposed to be spotless in terms of the environment. But everywhere you turn, there is a dump site. And I think in the early hours, when I came into Port Harcourt newly, I used to see trucks. In the morning, you go, they are picking up the waste. People come by the road and just dump the waste by the pavement, and then they are picking it up. The first concern I had was, why do we have to drop waste across every road in Port Harcourt? Why not have designated dump sites for the different streets or the different residential area, where everybody know at this assigned place there is a dump truck there, or there is a dump stand there, that everybody goes dump their waste, and when the truck is moving, it picks by the dump spots, not across every road. I mean, if you pass through or be required, you pass through Rumosi, you pass through the different areas, you see that every pavement, small bags of waste generated by different people are dumped there. So if the Port Harcourt Waste Management Agency, whoever as you call them, are doing intervention, what is stopping them from doing a thorough job? But before you answer that question, the essence of having a clean environment, or the adverse effect of the not having a clean environment, is not being able to breathe quality air.
Sure.
It is the pollution that comes with it.
Yeah.
There are environments you pass and you literally have to hold your breath to pass that place before you can breathe again. And like some of our correspondents said yesterday, Port Harcourt has borrowed, or seemed to have borrowed, all the waste from Abia State, and then has become the epicenter of that. And then you're also looking at the pollution. You're looking at the air pollution. You're looking at possibly the water pollution. You're looking at, especially when you also consider the flooding, you're looking at the spreading of diseases. Because if the water is flooded, and then I am walking, I'm forced to empty my leg into that water, I can never tell what I'm picking up. So I'd like for you to talk about the dangers that all of this poses to residents of Port Harcourt. Perhaps when the government understands the level of damage this can cause to the residents of Port Harcourt, we might have a different change of attitude and approach.
Okay, I would just put in here small and clearly. We said in one of our theses, and even in our book, and even in our marble on the wall, education is a responsibility for all. Also, environmental education is a responsibility for all. Yeah, the dangers and the rest of it that comes from environmental pollution is enormous. We can't even name it all. But then, who are the ones polluting the environment? It is still us. Now, knowing the right thing to do at the right time, I mean, if there's anybody that is uneasy to handle, is human beings. Human beings, the public. Both at home, both outside, anywhere, is the human beings, the public itself. I just want to digress small about dumping waste on the median. Remember that I know, because once in a while we have meetings with them, their director and the team like that. Wamasin, Ness and all that normally have meetings with them. I think twice or once in 3 months we have meeting like that with them. In my own school, Ignatius, because of the way the public used to dump their waste on the median, they had to come and meet the VC. I'm telling you facts. This one now is fact I'm putting. They have to come and meet the VC, Professor Onu Okeonochukwu, that please, sir, we want this place. Even the king there, they came and met them. That please, we want this place because this area now, in fact, is turning into something else. Please help us. Give us a site, an area where we can build, not a landfill itself, but where we can build, where they can just be dumping their waste. We will bring our trucks to come and pack off this waste. And this was granted by the VC and the king of Rumolumeni. And what happened? That has been done. But you still find people. I don't know how they manage themselves to come out, whether they dump those waste at the median in the night when everybody is asleep. You will still come in the morning to still find waste at the median, that's the middle of the road. And you'll be wondering what is happening. I think one of the days we said, okay, maybe you should just keep marshals in the night. And that's an extra cost, employment for extra persons and all that will become marshals.
The people who default will pay for it.
So that in the night, if this, because I know that in the morning, in the daytime, nobody will come and dump waste at the median like that, openly.
True.
Because Ruama itself, they have their dumping time 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. They even try to shift it to 9 a.m. because of insecurity, 9 a.m. to still 6 a.m. in the morning. But you still find that one particular thing that people will still dump their waste on the median. Where they dump, the place they ask from the VC and the king is even close where to dump. You can just stroll out, even with your car or anything, and dump that waste there, inside there, quietly. I mean, I think the people that is really giving everybody challenge or trouble is the public. Now, environmentally wise, everybody knows there are health workers that go around advocating for clean environment and talking about the dangers of this pollution, this waste everywhere. We have them. Each local government have environmental sanitation officers. They go about still doing their job, which of course I know is advocating, then also sending out waste bin, waste bag, and the rest of them to people and all of that. They give, they liaise, they partner with the king's stakeholders and all that. They talk more. There's nobody, I think, apart from a little child that is born today or 6 years old, that will not understand the environmental pollution, what environmental pollution causes to humans. But every other person who is grown, because even this same topic is taught in the school. Every other person knows it. But then you still see human beings wanting to default themselves. Not another, but when I call it default themselves, because somebody who loves a clean environment would take that consciousness to say, let me go and trash my waste in the proper place. Sorry, yesterday I was coming back from school. In the bus there, somebody just said, I think it was at my one. Say, the lady just explained, Habi, exactly what he said. Oh, it's like Abia State has carried their dirty to come and dump in River State. Hey, this is how she just said. She said, hey, you can't see this thing in Abia State again. Oh man, what's going on here? And I just kept my hand like this on my jaw. I said, sure. The way she explained the word, it's like Abia State have carried their trouble, their ways to come and dump here. Is this thing still going on here? You can't find this thing in Abia State. Oh. And there are also content creators and all that in Abia and all that. We've been seeing, we'll post it, repost like that and all that. These things should also be things that people should like imbibe and take into themselves, that I need to be clean, I need to trash right, and the rest of them. Now, also, still going further, even when people still trash right, let me just defend for those who trash right.
Okay.
You still see these scavengers once in a while, because people bag their waste.
Another problem to look out.
You see people bag their waste, but you still see these scavengers. I don't know what they're looking for. I'm sure they're looking for metals.
I don't even know what they're looking for.
They're looking for plastic. They're looking for what to recycle.
And they do this during in the broad daylight.
They don't care about
broad daylight. Nobody pick them up.
They don't care about it. If you like, come there and shout and all that. Except maybe you arrest them. I think what Rivama wants to do more is to employ more marshals that will handle this set of persons.
Okay, so let's go in that line, because like my colleague highlighted, Donald Duke was celebrated and is still celebrated today because of the legacy of cleanliness that he left in Cross River State. And that legacy worked effectively because there were laws and there were monitoring agents and there were arrest and prosecution done. And so people knew that dropping as little as a sachet water on the road or on the streets can get you to pay a fine that will cost your 1 month's salary. And as a result of that, everybody was conscious. Everyone had that consciousness of, I don't want to be arrested. I don't want to have to pay too much money. So what do you do if you don't want to be arrested? You keep to the law of keeping the environment clean. So if people bag their waste, like we know a lot of people do. I personally bag my waste. I take it to the designated point and drop it. And then the scavengers who are looking for wealth in the waste now come and scatter it all around. It should be the duty of the River State Waste Management Agency to have marshals during the day and during the night. At the night time, for those who think they can just dump their waste anywhere. Because the moment you begin to make arrests and people begin to pay from their nose for the simple act they think was simple, then others will not wake up. But the moment you go into a neighborhood, for instance, let's say rumors, see, they say, oh, you wake up and you hear that 10 people were arrested and they had to bail themselves with 100,000 each for doing what? Going to drop waste by the pavement. Every other person will wake up. I mean, we know how much 50,000 can do for somebody in this era in Nigeria. So talk more of 100,000, everybody will sit up.
Yeah.
So it's not just about, having the agency, but moving away from that. How can we? Because you're talking about awareness. You're talking about having that waste management consciousness. One of my senior friends from the Department of Environmental Studies, University of York, would say that part of the problem we have in waste management is that people don't even know how to identify waste and what to take where. In your earlier statement, you gave us the different types of waste, the organic and non-organic waste. But in our houses, we bundle everything together. Organic and non-organic. Sometimes, in fact, everything we just categorize them as waste, and we dump them. So how can we create that consciousness in the minds of Nigerians generally to know that you need to categorize your waste, even from the point of bagging them before taking it out to the dumping site? Because sometimes I've been in an environment during the waste, I think the Akwa Ibom Waste Management Agency. At some point, people got injured while trying to dispose of waste because the waste that was scheduled for burning, they did not know that part of that waste, they had explosive materials in it. So by the time the fire was lit, it exploded and people got hurt. Before the awareness now came, when you are taking your waste out, be sure to identify them properly, because there are some waste that you might think is simple that will require an extra precautionary measures to dispose of that waste. So how can we create that consciousness in the minds of Nigerians?
Okay, I think we still need to do more of environmental education advocacy, right from the home. I put myself for an example. I'm a waste manager, a lecturer. In fact, my teaching career started from the nursery, primary, secondary, and now the university. At home, at least I can beat my chest for that 101%. Somebody who has started teaching from 2004 till today. How many years have I put in? And always advocating.
That's about 30-something years.
At 20-something years, advocating for clean environment and doing this same work. And also writing a book on waste and waste management. That's to say, I'd gone far.
Okay.
With other personalities, I'd gone far in this talk. We'll do more of environmental education, awareness, and advocacy. That's more of it. A child seeing you in the house, they say charity begins at home. I think that's the adage we have even before we were born. When we came out, we heard this word, charity begins at home. If a child sees you segregating waste, whatever your child sees you do, that's what the child will do.
They pick on it.
And that's why I say I can just beat my chest for myself. I don't know for any other, but 101, because that's what I've been doing. So the simple bread sachet, I segregate it. Bread sachet, this bread that we buy, everybody eats. That nylon that they used to wrap the bread, I segregate it. Pure water, can, even the rope they used to tie it, the twine they used to tie the bread, I keep it in another waterproof. I keep. My children see that, so they know. Now the organic ones that will decompose, in my compound, at least I have a space where I go to pour all those things. It turned into compost for me to use as manure.
And plant your vegetable.
I've been doing that. Now, somebody out there who sees me will say, that mine is because they have, okay, what of we that are living in Bacha? How do we not segregate our waste? And after all, we have children who use these pampers and the rest of them. It's very simple. I can say the ones who live in the Bacha, what do they do? What and what do they produce as waste? What and what do they take in as waste? Commonly should be pure water, bottled water, baby pampers. What again? Vegetables.
They also eat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I call vegetables, soup things and all that. I don't think too much of clothes are involved, or too much of shoes or buildings and all that are involved. They can just pack that pampers, tie in one waterproof and all that, and go to the designated place and dump it. They can even put on it in that waterproof with cellophane, pampers, baby pampers, diapers. We are coming to that stage. Waste itself is a science course. We're just looking at it as, oh, waste. So no, it's a science course that has, different discipline in it. Before one will go throughout the course, I think it will take years again. Because different countries have practiced different things in waste. And Nigeria, as a matter of fact, or Rivers State, we've not reached that level. Now, I bring it home to that one room people, apartment people. What are the ways they are generating that? So if this woman say she has one big compound that she keeps, she puts the organic and inorganic. Okay, what have we here? What are your children? What are they really? If you have a baby of 2, 3, 4 years, it's pampers. If you wrap it very well and all that, I know every day they have to remove. But if you bag it properly, you still put on the cellophane, this thing, baby diapers. You trash it very well. For vegetables and the rest of them, you still trash it very well. For the cans, is it not just one backyard corner and all that? One will just keep his waste and all that. And also fumigate there. When I mean fumigate, what are the kind of fumigation they will do there? If the compound cannot do fumigation, they themselves can do small kerosene around with camphor and the rest of them. Will pursue any mosquito or pursue any snakes and the rest of them. If they think that if they are keeping this waste beside their house corner, it will bring any rodents and the rest of them. These are small things they can just put there. And it will drive off. But what am I saying in essence? More of advocacy. Now, from the church, beginning from the church, beginning from the house, the mother and the father. What they see, what the children see the father and mother do, to the church, to the school, anywhere at all. I think that's advocacy.
It's important.
Will now go more than for people to know. Sorry, let me not cut you. The place where I stay, you say, oh, who did you bring into the studio this morning and all that? No, this me. The environment I stay. Everybody, even my students, from the nursery school to the primary to the secondary, the eye they look at me is clean woman. That clean woman is the name I think I was given. Even in primary school, I heard that name from a student where they were just dropping their book. And I said, is that how you drop it? When we have a shelf, please place these things like this. Put your lunch bag like this, because the school that I was sent to is a Winners Kingdom Heritage. That's where I was posted to, got my first employment and all that. And then we are taught the nitty-gritty of cleanness to a fault. When I mean to a fault, to a spiritual level. So everything was well kept and well arranged. It was just from it. The student, what came up from a clean woman. And that has been my name. So even in the environment I stay, they see that if you come out, you just see everywhere grass green on its own.
All right, I heard you, Dr. Maudlin, but I want you to know that aside from charity begins at home, which you keep saying, now we have Dr. Ibimina Wokuma, which is the managing director of River State Management Agency, RIWAMA. What is this person doing better to tap into the green economy that is deposited in waste? Because in a Senate line, waste give them energy. It also make you pay for your insurance by way of conversion, electricity and the rest of it. But in Nigeria, we don't tap into any of this. No, we don't. And we produce a lot of waste in Nigeria to start with. But how do we tap into this waste to build a beautiful and a better economy? What is Dr. Ibimina doing differently? I'm not saying during this present session is the worst regime ever, no.
Yeah.
But why is River State littered? Is a doctor not seeing? Aside from advocacy, I know when it comes to power, like we said, the contractors are not doing well. So why are you still keeping them? Is it now politics? Because we know everything in Nigeria, we politicize it. If they are not doing well, they're your friends, then you take them off and bring better people. Because this is not the River State I knew growing up. This is now a dirty city to start with. So can we tap into this and bring wealth and better our economy? People are out there in the streets, don't have job. Aside from awareness, what are you doing? What are the precautionary measures that you're putting in place to tackle this?
Okay. I'm not sleeping with him in the same bedroom. Neither am I working with him in the same office.
Okay.
Yeah. But then I know simply that young man is trying. Nobody can kill himself. Even the Bible says there's a time to hate and there's a time to love. I think there's also a time to work and there's a time to rest. Before, River State isn't like this.
Okay.
And today, River State is like this and everybody is shouting. What is it? What is going on? What is it? I see Abia State that is known for dirty. Even in the world, in the Guinness Book, today is clean. What is happening to River State? I think the simple answer I will give is that we will get there. We weren't like this before. Was River State like this before?
So where did we get it wrong?
Let me know. I don't want to go into politics and human beings' action into it. You know why? When somebody's attention is divided to another thing, or is distracted to another thing, or is taken to another thing, the person does not look into his pot again. How many meat is in the pot?
I hear you.
You know, you can simply cook very good vegetable soup and eat it very well and be quiet. Is that not so? But the day the chiefs are not there again, you will now understand that somebody took 2 meats out of the pot. I think that's what is happening to River State. I'm saying it so that nobody will hold me.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? That's when you have enough, and you cook one sweet, wonderful edikaikon with enough mende inside it. Even if there's still 2 meat in it, you will not notice it. But the day there is nothing again, you get what I mean?
You count the meats.
And they take 2 meats or 3 meats inside the soup. You understand that this soup, somebody did what? Touch it.
That is the same thing I'm saying. Now, this doctor has been there. He's been doing his best. But right now, we are the worst state when it comes to waste. If he's not acting, he should be taken off.
No, let me tell you. No, I will cut you here. No, we're in the studio. I will cut you here.
You will cut me.
Nobody will take. Okay. I will cut you off this side. Now. Nobody will take his job from me. Do you know what people they call sabotage?
All right.
That even in your best, you will see people still want to do the wrong thing so that they paint the other person as the worst person.
No, Dr. Mobley. Dr. Mobley, let's hold on. Dr. Mobley.
Because every day the man is trying.
Dr. Mobley. Okay, Dr. Mobley, no, hold on. Okay. You cannot tell me the man is trying and the city of River State is now a gutter city. This man eats, he breathes, he drives a car, he moves around River State, he sees what is happening. What is he doing better to change the narrative? And not tell me he's trying. Trying is not enough. Now, if you come to the health hazard of waste, he can't even inform the people of River State. He can't treat them. He can't take care of them medically. So what are you doing in your capacity? If you know that people is trying to sabotage what you have, what are you doing? Why are you still sleeping? And doing it in the name of sabotage.
The way he has been campaigning, the way he has been doing this intervention, if you are not even getting to it, one day we'll be sick. At least I saw one day there is, what do they call this thing they put in somebody's hand when they are
cannula,
drip. We were asking him what's wrong, and the rest of them say, you don't know uneasy lies the head that wears any crown. Am I saying I'm defending him 101%? Yes, I'm defending him now, inside this studio and anywhere.
Even when it's not showing working?
He's showing working.
I want to see the working. I want to see the working.
I will also tell you,
a clean River State.
Don't worry. That's why I say we'll get there. That's why I say there's a time for hate and also there's also a time for love, just like the Bible. We weren't in this state If we had gotten it to this point, something is wrong somewhere. And that's why I call it sabotage from the public. Who are the people that is giving this Nigeria or this River State, this thing? It's still the public. For example, that's why, if you heard me when I spoke, I said, are you sure you'll be able to raise your hand completely, strongly to beat your child? Strongly? He said, if my child is doing it, why would I be the child? You correct the child. But will you not still take food from the child? Completely, I don't think. That's why I don't want to go into the political angle of it. Because if I give you work to do, you are not doing it, and they are calling my name, just like we are calling his name now in the studio. One day he will get up and say, okay, I think I've gotten it here.
It therefore means everything in Nigeria is politicized.
You understand? I've gotten it here. So it has, this job for this person has to end, we'll give to another person. So, I think it will come to that.
So how can we better River State and tap into the green resources of waste?
I did say here that the local government chairman, gift Obiapo local government chairman has already paid that money into the World Bank coffers for them to build an industry that will transit this waste into wealth, energy, just like other countries, Singapore, Britain, and the rest of them are doing, Israel and the rest of them are doing. That project is just starting up. There's a site already for it. The government has even tapped into it. I think they brought the distance, but Gift, who is extremely intentional, when I put that word, extremely intentional about it. And he gave a simple statement. He said, all other local governments will key into this project. So this converting waste into energy is just something that is new here, that they want to do. And Akwa Ibom, they are doing it. Most of the waste, people transport it from River State here. They go there, turn it into whatever residue, revenue they want to use it for. For example, I think we went visiting Recon. Our hazardous waste, normal waste from, this our pool waste and all that. You know, after refining it, the small dust that remains, they use it to mold cement and make blocks. That's what I saw with my eyes.
And you were amazed.
I said, what? I have not seen that one. I saw it. Apart from the one we do ourselves, me and some other ladies that use this plastic, we melt them, mix them with sand, and turn them into bricks. That I know one thing we are doing. Her name is Mrs. Ibimina Okoro, and one of our students, Buma, Dr. Buma, Aprepikia, and the rest of them. There are people who are doing this work. But coming to River State, in no time, we'll get it completely right. When I mean, put that word in your distance to completely right.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Modlin. I'll leave it to you, Francis.
Just before we let Dr. go, you know, I understand. I had to do a refresher course and look at the mandates of waste management in River State. And the zonal contractors, that's Rewama now, operates via private waste contractors designated to carry some zones, which means they stand as the mediator between, you know, the contractors who are doing this. But an interesting part I want to look into. The laws mandates the people within a particular area to report if within 48 hours the waste that have been collected or that were dumped in the area have not been picked up. Do you think River State people or residents of the state are utilizing this? Because a number have been provided. Are we using this enough to call the attention of the government in the first place? Then the second part of it, it is also within the jurisdiction of the local government chairman, according to the laws of River State, to handle the waste within their respective local government area, which means the failure we're talking about in Port Harcourt or in River State is not just the government's failure at the state level, it is also the government failure at the local government level. So do you think the respective local government chairmen are doing enough in terms of waste management?
I don't think, I'll set it clear here, any day they want to come and hold me, they should come and hold me. I'm a lecturer. They are not doing enough. They are not even intentional. Some of the local government chairman, they are not intentional.
Are they even aware that they need to? Of
course, are they not sleeping and waking up in their heart? Don't they produce waste themselves? They are producing waste themselves. Don't they? How do they trash that their own waste they are producing? That's what we should ask them.
I hear you.
Are we correct with our question? Are they not producing waste? They are. Where do they trash this their own waste they are producing? Because I know that 220 persons comes to their house every day. One way or the other, they do party. At least recently in their local government and the rest of them, word by word, they did renewable, renewable bandit.
Okay.
In that campaign, didn't they produce anything called waste?
They did.
Didn't they drink pure water? Didn't sachet water? Didn't they drink bottled water? Didn't they eat food? Where do they carry these things to? For me, what I want to advocate is that we should have, the local governments now should have a particular dump site. This local government, Obiakpo, should have 3 because they are large in number.
Okay.
Should have a 3 designated dump site, government dump site or local government dump site as their partner, the 3 tiers. That this is where this government will dump this waste. Then Riwama will only have what to call intervention, different zones, you understand what I mean, where they have their trucks and the rest of them, or a receptacle or whatever name we'll call it and all that, where people will go and dump. Then they will bring the agent that they designate in those areas back whatever years is remaining. They now do that intervention. I give you a practical example. Recently, this what do they call it, Nigerian Bar Association, I think they are having their conference at Obiwali. I think so. There are people man there in charge of their waste.
These are people that are intentional.
Yes, they went intentional. They went to the Riwama chairman and said, look, sir, so this thing is going on. Please, we need to go there and take care of this waste. Because definitely they will produce waste. What are the waste they will produce? Food, cans and the rest of them.
Bottles.
We'll go there. Riwama itself, I think they've bought up to 17. I saw it physically. They will soon launch. The government will soon launch that trucks and the rest of them. The one they call cleaner, brush and the rest of them. I think they are waiting for the governor to launch. Okay. They bought those trucks. New set of trucks. They have 2 buses, 2 18 Hiace bus that they are using now, campaigning in the local government, Faga and this thing. If now the other local government chairman could pick up from them, could tow their line, I think this waste we are talking about will be reduced and people will just breathe fresh air. The local government too, I don't think they have any designated place where they say this is a dump site. I live in Obibu. The work I'm doing is on leachate, migration leachate migration into underground water. Its effect on underground water. Going to see the local government chairman, for now he's busy. The other time we put a call across and all that. I say, oh, come so time. On getting there, I think they had a call from the governor to come quickly. Okay. And we could not really sit down. This is the same thing. Where would you earmark for a proper dump site where all the waste will go into?
For a safe environment.
So that we cannot convert this thing to energy with the government and with the federal government and with World Bank.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Modeling. With this, we'll call it a wrap. But before I let you out of the studio, what advice would you give to River State people? River State people and the West. River State people. Yes, because we cannot inherit Abia's debt now. Come on now.
You're not inheriting.
We cannot generate. Come on now. We need a clean River State.
We are not inheriting any Abia State own, just like that lady yesterday in the bus explained. It's like this. The way she said, I just kept my hand like this. I said, hey, what's going on here? I didn't say anything. I came down from the bus. I just looked around and all that. I said, I'm like, Modeling, quietly carry yourself to the house before you begin to explain yourself out and all that. We'll get there.
All right. For
sure, I know we'll do more of the advocacy. Riwama itself will engage with other stakeholders and all that. And the governor too, in no time too, I think we'll call everybody. When I mean we'll call everybody, the different local governments will do their work.
All right.
It's just like me as a teacher will go to the school also to still tell my students, look, keep this environment clean. These cans that we're producing, I think there are workers there and all that needs to pack them, they will come and pack and all that. And if you look at the scavengers, will call them scavengers. They are really doing their own job too. They are helping us to keep the environment dirty and also helping us to keep the environment clean and also segregating waste to them.
But they can do it in a better way. All right, thank you very much.
They'll try. They'll get it. They'll get it right. But by the time they get more of this advocacy, more of lectures, more of talk, more of better way of doing things, they'll get it right.
All right, thank
just
you very
like we
much.
also are getting it right.
Thank you very much, Dr. Madeline, an environmentalist. Thank you for coming to the studio. Over to you, Francis. Your 1 cent before we go on a short break.
Well, the doctor has said it all. In Akwa Ibom State, the head of the Waste Management Agency has a phrase that he always said, checking. Let me interpret that for those of us who don't speak my language.
I know you're going to brag with Akwa Ibom, but okay, we'll get there.
All that it requires is for you to be intentional about it. So if in River State we are intentional, then we can all make wealth out of the waste that we generate.
All right, thank you very much. And I'll tell you, let's convert our waste to wealth. Keep River State clean. We'll go on a short break and we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Is it time? I can't wait to see it.
Voice of the people, stories that matter. Truth in every moment, now and forever. Across every border, across every land, we form, we empower, together we stand. CEMTV.
This is CEMTV, reliable news and entertainment.
Worried about the state of your world? Need better and broader ideas? Stay tuned to CEMTV 24/7. Always thinking possibilities. CEMTV. Reliable news and entertainment.
This is CEMTV. Reliable news and entertainment.
Is it time? I can't wait to see it.
What's on your mind today? The goal by Victor Osimhen was amazing.
The economy, isn't that what's on everybody's mind?
I would like to see more women in positions of authority. If you heard and saw it from CEMTV, you can take it to the bank. CEMTV, your reliable source of news, information, and entertainment.
Make believe. I just want you to know that we're human, right? At the end of the day, we are human. Now, something happened in Niger State where 30 worshippers were killed during the worship segment in one of those Fridays, and President Bola Tinubu has given an immediate command that we should go, the security personnel should go all out and get those persons that have perpetrated this wicked act down to book. I don't know how we breathe. I don't know how we survive. You know, being alive and being able to take another human life. For what? How do we sleep? How did we get here? It's saddening to start with. Francis, your take on this, please.
Well, the issue of insecurity is still going to be with us as a country until we rise to the occasion of unanimously condemning in totality, without regard for social, political, ethnic or religious sentiments and affiliation, or any form of bias coming out from the key hierarchies or the top brass of the Nigerian government, whether they're politicians elected into office or people who have been appointed into office, or people who have risen to the highest level within the hierarchies of the Nigerian security defense forces. The issue of kidnapping, like, you know, going back to what Veridagman said within the just concluded
NBA conference,
66 NBA, you know, summit that took place here in Rivers State, it's a collective responsibility. And why the Hausas and the Fulanis are being blamed for virtually everything is because they have also, by virtue of their dispositions, been used by other criminal elements across the different regions of the country to still commit